Hey, what's up, guys? It's EverythingEpan, and after a year, we are finally here with Q&A number 4. Now, I went to the comments of the Ask Me Questions for Q&A 4 video, and I also went to my video of the revival of EverythingEpan, and I went and took your guys' comments, and I'm going to be answering your guys' questions in this video. There's a good amount of questions I have for you guys to answer. Lots of different variety here. And hopefully I didn't repeat any of these from any of the previous Q&As. But without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get straight into the Q&A. All right, so my mistake if I pronounce anybody's name wrong in this, but we're going to go ahead and get to the first question here, or I guess first multitude of questions. It comes from Aldous Huxley. There's 5 questions here. First one here says, do you watch Jeopardy? And second one is, what is Epan? Third one is, do you like breadsticks? Fourth one, opinions on garlic. And fifth one, your favorite book. We're going to get to the Epan question last in your set of 5 questions here. But first, do I watch Jeopardy? I don't watch it like daily, if that's what you're asking, or I haven't watched it in a while. I've watched it before. Do I like breadsticks? Absolutely. Yes, I love breadsticks, especially Olive Gardens. If anybody wants to disagree with me in the comments, put yourself at risk. I will not agree with what you say if you do not like Olive Garden breadsticks. Opinions on garlic, hate it. Just saying. I don't know what it is about it. Well, I guess really it depends, but I don't know. Favorite book? I really don't have one, honestly. I mean, I don't read, but I mean, I read sports books if anything, but like, and I've read like, I mean, I've read books in the past, but like I'm not really a reader, so I really don't have a favorite book. So that answers that question. Now, getting to your question about what is Epan, I don't know if I've said this before in any other previous video, but now we're going to figure out the story behind that, as you have seen in the title of this video. So where I got the name of Epan came back to when I was probably, oh God, I don't know if I was 7, 8 years old, and like, I don't even remember what grade even, but there was a website that I used to play on, and I don't know if any of you have heard of it. It was a website called Webkins, and when I was creating my username, or when I was creating my account, I basically was just literally I was typing in a multitude of random letters and numbers, and it only came out to 7 characters, but it ended up being Epan247. And you've seen, if any of you have, I'll leave a link in the description to my old channel on what I used to do in the past. You can go ahead and check that out if you wish. Some of you may have popped over there somehow. I have no idea, but that is basically where Epan has came from, and it's kind of just sticking with me since. So it literally just came out of the like random. It literally I had no intention of this ever being a nickname for me. So yeah, that's basically how that all happened. All right, so next up we have the Golden Pro saying, Epan, I love your videos, and what games do you have in play? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And what games I have? Well, it depends on what platform you're talking about. If you're talking about PS4, my goodness. Geez. Call of Duty. And then I play sports games like Madden. I mean, the main game I play is Fortnite. And then for PC, there's a game that I've been playing recently that's called Battalion 1944. But other than that, really, I like to play a lot of sports games. I like to play a lot of first-person shooters. But Fortnite is definitely one that I play a lot. And then if I play sports games, I like to play Madden. And if I like to throw it back on like an Xbox 360, for example, I like to play NCAA football. It's one of my favorite games I played when I was younger. I loved playing that series. I wish they hadn't stopped making it, but they did for obvious reasons. But yeah, those are just a multitude of the games that I have. So I guess it just depends on whether or not you're talking about console or PC. There's a good collection that I have. Next question comes from Overkill. He asks, how did you get such an interest in old operating systems? P.S. Say these words. You broke it. You just freaking broke it. I don't know if I want to ask what that means or what it's from, but okay. And how did I get such an interest in old operating systems? Well, there really is no particular reason. Like, there's no particular person, I guess I could say, that got me interested in it. I guess I kind of just got curious as to what people used back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. And then I kind of just went around looking for different files, and I got them all, and I tested them out in machines and virtual machines, and it kind of just went from there, really, to be honest with you. So no particular person really that gave me interest. It kind of just happened, really, to be honest with you. Midnight Clump Fan asks, what kind of keyboard do you use on your PC? I used to use a Razer Black Widow Chroma V2, but now I switched to a Logitech G Forte 13 Carbon. I'll put both of those up on the screen. The one on the left is the one that I used to use, and then the one on the right is the one that I currently use. The reason why I switched was because of the type of keys or the switches that were in them, and plus the keys were too small. I personally think this one's better, more comfortable for me, but yeah, the one that I use, Logitech G Forte 13 Carbon. Beastly asks, who are your favorite tech channels, and will you ever do any vintage computer showcase or restoration videos? Favorite tech channels? Marquez, Unbox Therapy, Austin Evans are the ones that I watch the most. And whenever Detroit Borg uploads every so often, I like to watch his videos too. Will I ever do any vintage computer showcase or restoration videos? Possibly. It's going to require money, because I'll probably try and have to find something old to purchase and then have to restore. That would be nice, though. I mean, that could give me an idea of what to do. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see those in the future. Quick question here from Silent Shadow. Console or PC for gaming? This kind of goes along from what I was talking about earlier. I was a huge console gamer. I played on Xbox 360 a lot when I was younger, and now I play on PS4, but I've started to play on PC a lot more, and I kind of prefer PC now. That doesn't mean I'll get rid of my PlayStation anytime soon, but I prefer PC if I had to pick. Maze Flux asks, how do you download every single version of Windows, and who helps you when you don't know how to download a version of Windows? And thanks, with a smiley face. How do you download all of them? I mean, a good chunk of the older ones are on WinWorld PC. That's where I link some of the videos, or some of the links in the description in my videos. They link to WinWorld. That would be the place to go if you want the older ones from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. For the newer ones, it's just kind of depends. Windows 10, you can download one from Microsoft themselves. Windows 7 apparently still requires you to enter in a product key for some reason. I don't know why. And then Windows 8, I think you can download from Microsoft as well. Vista is technically abandonware now. You can download that from anywhere. And then basically XP on below is abandonware. Betas are abandonware. You can download them from anywhere. But there's no really specific website that has every version from the first to the current one. And who helps me when I don't know how to download? Google. Google helps me. I don't have a single person help me. I kind of just look around, try and find something and test it, see if it works, basically. UltraTuber asks, which would you prefer, Windows Me or Windows Vista, the two most criticized ones? Well, since I really haven't used Windows Me that much, I've used Vista personally. I've never used Me as like an actual operating system. The first one I used was XP. I'm going to have to go with Vista because I really don't think it was all that bad. It was just that they released it with a lot of new stuff, and it was very, very, very power hungry. It needed a lot of stuff. So, but in reality, they added new features to it that weren't really like bad. It's just the fact that it ran slow. So I have to choose Vista on this one just for the fact that I have used that one more than Me. Jose's got two questions here. First one, are all the download links in your videos legal? And the second one, is there any way to run a virtual machine in a web browser? As for the download links, all of them that I have, I believe, are yes, even though Google Drive thinks otherwise because it's been suspended for over a year now for no particular reason, and I cannot go and delete any of those files. And my Google Drive storage is 235% full because I've used like 30 some gigs out of 15, and I don't, that seems impossible, but I had like 100 at the time, and then it expired while my account was suspended, so I couldn't go in and delete anything. I can't because it's suspended, but all of them, yes, they are, because they are not mine personally. I link a lot of them to WinWorld, so. And is there a way to run a virtual machine in a web browser? Not that I know of. Maybe I'll have to do some more research on that, but I'm not sure now that you say that. Maybe there is a way, but to me, I've never found a way yet. Next question, here's an interesting one from Ibrahim. Which device do you prefer? 256 gigabytes of RAM with an Intel Core i9 and 2 terabyte SSD with Windows 98 and an NVIDIA GTX Titan? Or the second one, 4 gigabytes of RAM with Intel Core Duo, 64 gigabytes of flash storage, and Windows 10 with onboard graphics. Personally, I'd have to choose the first one, the one with the fully spec'd out system. I would love that. With Windows 98, man, that thing would run fast. I would be so curious to try a system like that someday. Just load a really old operating system on it. Probably wouldn't even work, to be honest with you. Probably wouldn't even load it. Maybe. I don't know. It might. But I would love to have a really fast and high-spec system with 98. That would be so amazing. Josh asks, do you have a certain computer brand you like or prefer over others? Like, for an example, Dell has too much bloatware. Well, personally, I use a Dell laptop, and they don't have a lot of bloatware. They've gotten better at that. But if I had to, pick a brand, I mean, I like HP's, Asus, Lenovo's are okay. But to me, I really don't pick based on brand, because really, I mean, that only reason to pick brand is for support. And I mean, I've never really had to use anybody's support for any computer or laptop problems. If I had to pick, really, I had to pick HP, because I've always had good support from them and everything like that. But I use a Dell laptop personally. It works just fine. I mean, they all use the same parts. It's just a matter of which brand that you feel like has the better support system. Next question comes from Alex Rules. Does MS Skill copy you, and why? Absolutely not. He does not. And nor do I copy him, if anybody wants to ask that too. There's no reason why either, because he does not copy me. He hasn't uploaded in a while, just like myself. So no, he does not copy me. Everybody has the right to do these kinds of videos. I guess I'm just the lucky one. I mean, there really is nothing. I mean, anybody can do these, honestly. I mean, but no, he does not copy me in any sort of way. We've actually talked before, kind of had ideas on possibly doing a collab, but I haven't spoke with him in a while. So, I mean, if that could come in the future, possibly, maybe, I'm not sure. Steven asks, are you ever going to make videos when you play around with a virtual machine instead of a tutorial? Well, that I could save, my friend, for a live stream. Or I could do videos. I mean, I could. But, I mean, I could do some of that stuff in live streams, too, if you guys would like to see that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see me live stream some of that kind of stuff, Like I said, I'm going to try and transition to moving my Fortnite stuff to Twitch. But if you guys would like to see some virtual machine live streaming and VirtualBox VMware, anything, let me know in the comments. My mistake if I mispronounced this, but Thoughts YT asks, will you make a video updating from the first version of Longhorn to Windows Vista? Once again, that could be a video type of deal, or that could be a live stream type of deal. I would love to do that. It's just a matter of which you would prefer, or which any of you guys would prefer. So let me know in the comments. Like I said, if you want to see live streams, and maybe I can do that in one of them as well. Last little question here. Riley asks, why don't you ever upload? Go watch the revival of Everything Epan. That's all I got to say. So there you go, guys. There's some questions I answered for you for Q&A number 4. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I was scrolling through my comments on my Revival to Everything Epan video, and I found this comment here from Caleb Herman, and it says, I just headbutted a hole into my wall out of pure excitement. And I love that comment, and it kind of made me think, I'm like, I wish there was a lot more of those out there. I mean, that's quite the excitement you got there, Caleb. He's a loyal viewer though, so that's the great part about it. But there you go. I thought it'd be funny to kind of show that. I kind of wanted to feature that in it. But those are the questions I have answered for Q&A number 4. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so and click the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed and want more Q&As. I may do another one here in the near future. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.